The specter of Elvis Presley's enduring empire has always loomed large over Priscilla Presley, a woman whose life has been inextricably woven with the fabric of rock and roll royalty. At 80, the former wife of the king and guardian of his Graceland legacy finds herself entangled in a legal maelstrom that threatens to tarnish her carefully curated image. Former business partners Brigitte Kruse and Kevin Fialko have unleashed a bombshell lawsuit, accusing Priscilla of concealing a glittering trove of jewelry valued at over $25 million from the Internal Revenue Service. It's a claim that strikes at the heart of her financial transparency, painting a picture of deception amid family settlements and estate wranglings that have captivated tabloids for years. The allegations, laid bare in court documents, center on a supposed sleight of hand involving IRS Form 433A, submitted by Priscilla on May 4, 2023. According to Kruse and Fialko, the form brazenly undervalued her jewelry collection at a mere $6,000, a figure they deride as a blatant fabrication designed to slash her tax obligations. This, they argue, was no clerical error but a calculated maneuver by a woman well-versed in the high-stakes game of legacy management. The collection in question isn't some modest heirloom stash, it's a veritable museum of rare gems and collectibles, housed in a secure facility under the watchful eye of Angie Marchese, the archivist who safeguards Graceland's treasures. From diamond-encrusted pendants that once graced Elvis's neck to bespoke pieces symbolizing their whirlwind romance, these jewels represent not just wealth but whispers of a bygone era. Kruse and Fialko position themselves as the unwitting whistleblowers in this drama. They claim their involvement began innocently enough, assisting in the delicate negotiations of a settlement between Priscilla and her granddaughter, Riley Keough, Lisa Marie Presley's daughter and the current steward of much of the Presley estate. That deal, finalized amid tears and legal fees, funneled substantial sums to Priscilla and other family members, a windfall that should have been above board. But when the duo discovered the true splendor of Priscilla's hidden cash, pieces appraised at millions, they say they were duty-bound to flag it for the IRS. What followed, per the suit, was swift retribution. Priscilla, learning of their intent, allegedly engineered their abrupt ouster from the partnership, severing ties like a bad remix of a Vegas breakup. The lawsuit doesn't stop at financial foul play, it delves into a narrative of control and betrayal, echoing earlier accusations from the same plaintiffs. They had previously painted Priscilla as a puppeteer in a darker plot, one where she allegedly turned a blind eye to daughter Lisa Marie's spiraling health crises in a bid to dominate Elvis's sprawling estate. Lisa Marie's death in January 2023 at 54, from complications of a bowel obstruction linked to bariatric surgery, had already cast a pall over the family. Amid the grief, battles over trusts and royalties intensified, with Priscilla challenging the validity of Lisa Marie's will that named Riley as sole trustee. It was a family feud fit for a Presley biopic, grandmother versus granddaughter, legacy versus loyalty, all set against the backdrop of Graceland's white-columned facade. Priscilla's camp, predictably, fired back with the fury of a Memphis summer storm. Her attorney Marty Singer, a legal heavyweight known for defending A-listers from defamation darts, dismissed the claims as absurd and completely without merit. In a statement dripping with indignation, he branded the suit a sad and vicious attempt to tarnish the reputation of an 80-year-old woman. It's a potent defense, one that invokes Priscilla's age and stature as shields against what they call character assassination. Singer, who has repped clients from Sylvester Stallone to the Kardashians, knows the playbook. Pivot to victimhood, question motives, and let the court of public opinion simmer. To understand the depth of this rift, one must rewind to Priscilla's own origin story, a teenage dream that collided with rock and roll destiny. At 14, she met Elvis at a Wiesbaden military base in 1959, her stepfather stationed in Germany. What began as innocent correspondence blossomed into a courtship chaperoned by the Army, culminating in a 1967 wedding at Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas. Priscilla, transformed from schoolgirl to icon in a feathered gown, became the Ian to Elvis's young, poised where he was wild, the stabilizing force in a marriage that produced Lisa Marie but crumbled under fame's glare by 1973. Post-divorce, she didn't fade, she flourished, co-founding Elvis Presley Enterprises and turning Graceland into a $100 million a year pilgrimage site. Her memoir, Elvis and Me, and roles in Naked Gun films showcased a woman who refused to be defined solely as the ex-Mrs. Presley. Yet the estate has been a perennial powder keg. Elvis's 1977 death left a fortune tangled in trusts, with Priscilla as executor navigating IRS audits and fan pilgrimages. Lisa Marie's battles with addiction and finances, selling 25% of Elvis's likeness rights to raise $100 million in 2022, added layers of strain. Priscilla's lawsuit against Riley in 2023, alleging forgery in the will, was settled swiftly but bitterly, with Priscilla receiving a $1 million lump sum and trustee oversight. Kruse and Fialko, auction house veterans who brokered Presley memorabilia sales, entered as allies, appraising assets that included Lisa Marie's story gems. Their falling out, they claim, stemmed from Priscilla's fear of fiscal exposure, a fear rooted in past IRS skirmishes over estate valuations. The jewelry at the suit's core is more than bling, it's biography. Items like a diamond bracelet from Elvis's courtship or a locket etched with their initials carry emotional heft, appraised not just for carats but for cultural cachet. Stored in Marchese's vault alongside Elvis's jumpsuits and gold records, they symbolize untapped wealth in a family fortune estimated at $400 million. If true, the undervaluation could trigger audits, penalties, and a re-evaluation of settlements, rippling through the Presley dynasty. Public reaction has been a mix of schadenfreude and sympathy. Elvis fans, protective of Graceland's sanctity, flood forums with defenses, "Priscilla built the empire, leave her be." Others see a Greek tragedy, a woman who sacrificed youth for legend, now accused of hoarding its spoils. As the case grinds through courts, it underscores the Presleys' paradox: immortal fame, mortal feuds. Priscilla, ever the survivor, faces this with the grace of someone who's danced with kings. Head high, secrets guarded, legacy intact. Whether the suit crumbles or exposes cracks, one thing's certain. In the house of Elvis, every jewel tells a story, and this one's just beginning to sparkle.